I'm Big Lou, and you're watching Big Lou BBQ and other things I want to do. And today I'm going to give you a review of Harry Sue. No, not him, but his rub that was sent to me by a sub. We got the chicken, we got the beef. All right. Yeah, he sent them to me about a month or so ago, and I've had time to use them and compare them. And I'm going to tell you what I think about them in case you're interested in buying them. You know, people use YouTube for product research. So I figured, why not do a video, you know, where I'm giving you research on this product. Harry Sue is some famous barbecue guru dude. I don't get the Food Network. It says Food Network right there and Food Network right there. I don't get the Food Network because I don't pay for television. I haven't paid for cable or satellite television since Clinton was president, circa about 1998 or 97 or so. I cut the cable bill and use antenna TV. So I don't watch the Food Network. So I've never seen his program. I've seen his YouTube channel a few times, and I've seen the video where he's talking about his rub and where he makes them and stuff like that. All right, first off, these are very, very similar. The list of ingredients are almost the same with a slightly different order. There's sea salt in here, there's cane sugar, there's black pepper, there's cayenne. All right, lots of other stuff too. There's 3 other ingredients in the beef rub that are not present in the chicken rub, and that is Worcestershire powder. I would guess that's some sort of dried Worcestershire sauce, and that's how I say it, Worcestershire. My grandfather was from England, and the way he said it was Lee and Perrins. So I pronounce it Worcestershire, all right, because nobody says New Hampshire. They say New Hampshire, right? So why say Worcestershire when you can say Worcestershire? Worcestershire, like New Hampshire, not Worcestershire, like New Hampshire, right? Yeah, that's how I say it. Anyway, Worcestershire powder, all right? Another thing is celery seed and shiitake powder, which I would suppose would be dried shiitake mushrooms and then all ground up, I would guess. But that's the only 3 ingredients that are different in the beef rub than the chicken rub, and it's slightly out of order. By the way, those 3 ingredients I listed are way down at the bottom of the list, right before like the anti-caking agents and stuff, all right? So they taste similar. And if you just taste them like on your finger, and you taste this one, you come back an hour later and taste this one, or vice versa, all right? Or versa versa, however you want to say it, right? Versa versa, or vice versa. You won't tell the difference. If you taste them same time, one on your right finger, one on your left finger, you can tell the difference. This one is not quite as sweet as the chicken rub, a little less sugar, and it does have that Worcestershire powder stuff going on with it, make it a good beef rub. All right, so let me tell you what I thought about it. First, we tried the beef rub. First, I tried it on sirloin steaks, and I cooked those sirloin steaks on my little Old Smoky 14-inch grill. I cook sirloin a lot because we get them in a little beef package from our meat package from our local meat market, and they're good grilling steaks for backyard barbecue. You know, they're not ribeyes, but you know, hey, got them. Anyway, I cooked them, and they were very, very good, but it wasn't like my favorite all-time steak rub. I was like, it's kind of mediocre for a steak rub, all right? My son, however, loved it as a steak rub. He's not a big steak fan, but he was raving about the steaks. He got the little parts that come off that sirloin steak. That's what they would use towards the tri-tip, you know, the little part there. All right, he got that, and he loved it. He absolutely loved it. But I was like, that's kind of mediocre steak. Then we did it on burgers. And I cooked the burgers on my big Old Smoky, the 22-inch, with some sausages you see there on the grill too. And I got to tell you, I didn't tell my family I was putting this in the burgers. And my wife bit into me. She says, what did you put in these burgers? And I said, Harry Sue's Moolah Beef Rub, slap your daddy barbecue. All right, beef championship rub. She says, keep doing that. All right. And my kids, they love the burgers, and I love the burgers. I have to tell you, this may be my new favorite burger seasoning. And out of all the things I tried this stuff on, the burgers were the best. Made good burgers. All right, next thing we did was a brisket. Yeah, there's the brisket. You can see it, and it's choice brisket from Walmart. I seasoned it up with this stuff, dropped it in my drum smoker. I would baste it every few hours with the Worcestershire sauce and beef broth mixture with some herbs in there. And then when it got to time to wrap, I wrapped it up, and I did all the, waiting, and then I cut it up, and it was fall apart. I actually took it to about 208 degrees, and it was fall apart. But my family loved it. Here's the taste test. All right, well, this is it. Fat caps on the bottom side. I still don't think that's real tender right there. There's the fat cap side. It's got some jiggle though. All right. The wobble bay, that's falling off, so we got to get that cut because we want to cut against the grain. I believe the grain is going like this. It's cutting pretty good. Dark smoke ring, not a large smoke ring, but dark smoke ring. Let's see how we do here. Well, that's falling apart. Got a pencil thin one. That's thicker than a pencil. It's falling apart. Falling apart. I can't even cut the slices. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the point off the flat. Right through there. Like that. We'll cut it up later. Come on. There we go. I left a lot more fat in there than I usually do. Turn this flat over. See if we can get some slices going. It is tender. Not tender than I think, but as far as I can get it to bend, it was a pencil thin slice, right? And I'm not gonna get one to bend because it's falling apart. It's falling apart. So let's just let the family try it. Shannon, nice piece of the bark. It's not about how well I cook a brisket. It's about this big, it's about Harry Sue's rub. Yeah, I know you like the burnt parts right there.
That is very good. I love that it's tender.
The last one I cooked wasn't all that tender. Eli, here's one. Try the rub on it. And let's see if I can get one to do that finger bend test. That one's too thick. So it's not going to bend. Anyway, oh well. You know what? May just make all chopped barbecue beef out of it. Let's see. There we go. Ah, it bends. It bends pretty well. All right, here's a pull test now. I got a slice cut. Yep, see, it comes apart, but it still bends. So, Hannah, what do you think of the rub?
That is really good on a brisket.
Really good on a brisket?
It is flavorful, yes.
Yeah, we had it on. There we go. There's the finger test. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Look right there. Okay. There's a smoke ring. So, got that. All right. We had it on burgers. We all love the burgers. I love the burgers with it.
Yeah,
that rub.
I do too.
All right. And the steaks, I got to tell you, I thought the steaks were kind of mediocre with this rub. I'm going to be honest. I thought
it was good on the steaks, but it was really stand out on the burgers.
What did you think of the steaks, Eli?
Steaks were really good.
I thought the steaks were better than the last steaks. Like, I thought the rub was good on the steaks, but...
I liked them on the steaks, but I just didn't think it was the best steak rub. It was excellent burger seasoning.
Yeah.
And thought it would be too busy for this brisket. But
I think it's great on the brisket.
see, that one's too thick to bend, but it's bendy. Dark smoke ring, but not real thick smoke ring. Anyway, time to cut this brisket up. Let's take a look at the point meat before you go. I know it's not a brisket video. How's the grain running on this point meat? About like this. So, like that. Want to try some point, Eli?
Yes, sir.
Want to try some point, Hannah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the point is extremely tender. All right. Well, after the taste test, the next day my wife was eating it and she gave me one of those underhanded comments that your wives can give you. You married men know what I'm talking about. You know, that she gives you comment, but it's not really a compliment, you know. It's just sort of a comment, but it's not a compliment. But you think it's a compliment, but then you realize, wait a minute, did she mean a compliment or Well, she hinting at something, especially if your wife's a 5th grade teacher. Then they're really good at these things. And this is what she said as we were eating the leftover brisket the next day. She said, "This might be the best brisket you ever made," which kind of sounds like a compliment. And then you think, wait a minute, my wife's a 5th grade teacher. What she really means is, keep up the hard work. You get the most improved certificate. You're getting there. It was a good brisket, though. It might have been the best brisket I ever made. I don't know if it's because of the rub or because of the cook, but I got to tell you, probably wasn't my favorite brisket rub. I like a little more simpler stuff. There's really kind of busy for a brisket rub for me. Lots of stuff in here, but it was good on the brisket, and my family liked it. I would have preferred just maybe salt, pepper, garlic, and cayenne, or salt, pepper, and cayenne. But this has a lot of stuff. Good brisket rub. Fantastic burger rub. Let's talk about the chicken. Did some chicken thighs, all right? That's how I tested it. Don't competition trim them or anything because I'm a backyard barbecue guy with the chicken thighs. And guess what? It was really good. I pulled the loose skin back and put it under the meat a little bit, and then put it on my old smoky grill. And I got to tell you, the whole family really liked the chicken thighs. Very good chicken rub, but it's very similar to the beef rub. In fact, I would probably just use the beef on chicken, to be honest, because I like Worcestershire sauce on chicken too, you know? I do, so hey. Anyway, and I would not be afraid to put this in burgers or use it on beef because it's very similar, almost the same ingredients, except for the Worcestershire powder, the shiitake mushroom powder, and the celery seed. So I'd probably use this for just everything. Anyway, I want to thank the benevolent subscriber for sending me these rubs. I didn't ask for them, but they're going to be good. This is probably going to be my go-to burger seasoning from now on. This stuff is great in hamburgers. Absolutely great in hamburgers. My suggestion. Anyway, the preceding was simply my opinion. You're welcome to disagree, and they do not reflect the views of, well, yeah, it does reflect the views of this YouTube channel. That's what this YouTube channel is. All right? Hey, thanks for watching. Big Lou Barbecue. I like to say it in Spanish. Gracias por mirar.